Good morning, class. I'm Rhea May A. Maxino, your science teacher. Our topic for today is earth materials, minerals, and rocks. So before we start our lesson, let me tell you our learning objectives. First, identify common rock forming and their physical and chemicals. Second is classify rocks into igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. Third is appreciate and value the importance in minerals in our society. Minerals, a naturally occurring inorganic solid with an orderly crystalline structure and a definite chemical composition. When we say naturally occurring, a mineral is not man-made and not machine-generated. Simply, it is made by nature and minerals are natural resources. They came from nature. Classification of minerals. There are almost 3,500 minerals and found on the earth crust. They occur in large quantities in many areas or more and found in limited areas. Minerals are qualified into 4 types: siliceous minerals, non-metallic minerals, metal or mineral, and gem minerals. So let's start with siliceous mineral. It is the most abundant mineral. When we say abundant, it means it is existing or occurring in large amount. This mineral is used in making optical instrument. An optical instrument is a device that processes light waves. The second one is non-metallic minerals. It contains carbonates, sulfates, and other compound or native elements of sulfur, but not considered as sources of minerals. Some examples are calcite, sulfur salt, borax, pearls, and graphite. These minerals are used in manufacturing of cement, making explosives, fireworks, and dyes from sulfurs. Number 3, metallic minerals. Include common metals, ores. These ores have been formed due to a large process of chemical and physical changes. Example of metallic minerals are gold, silver, copper, and iron. These minerals is used in building infrastructure projects from iron and alloy such as steel, making coins, jewelry, used in electrical wires, and paint pigment. Gem minerals. They include precious and semi-precious stone, known for their color, luster, and hardness. Methods such as optical tests and chemical methods are used by mineralogists to identify these minerals. Hardness of minerals depends on the composition and arrangement of atoms. Some of examples of these minerals are diamond, topaz, jade, garnet, sapphire, beryl, and zircon. These minerals is expensive in making jewelry from diamond, such as used cheaply as ornament from ruby, jade, and sapphire. And now, we will tackle the properties of minerals, and there are 4,000 minerals and each has a unique set of physical properties, including crystal formation, habit, cleavage, fracture, luster, color, streak, hardness, density, magnetism, taste, feel, and reaction to acid. These physical properties are useful for identifying minerals using a systematic method called Dana classification. Crystal structures describe the orderly geometric spatial arrangement of atoms in the internal structure of a mineral. Crystal habit. It is the outward appearance if the mineral's crystal forms. Cleavage. It describes how a mineral breaks along weakness plane. The quantity of cleavage can be described in how clearly or easily the mineral breaks. Luster. The luster of the mineral describes the appearance of light reflected from a mineral surface. A mineral may be described as metallic like that polished metal. Color. It is the most obvious mineral property. It is not a reliable feature for identifying minerals because it can be altered by chemical impurities within its structure. Streak. It is a color of a mineral in its powdered form obtained by rubbing the mineral across a piece of unglazed porcelain. Hardness refers to the mineral resistance to a scratch. This property is dependent on the chemical composition and the crystalline structure of a mineral. Let us discuss the importance of minerals. Minerals plays a very vital role in our lives, and as much as the economy of our country is concerned, we should be aware on how to conserve and preserve the richness of our natural resources. The mineral deposits are further classified into two: metallic and non-metallic. Okay, let's now proceed to the rocks. Rocks come in many different colors, sizes, and shapes. Geologists divide rocks into three rock types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Igneous rises inside the earth core. There are a lot of molten materials and metals. They melt because of the temperature inside. The melted material puts too much pressure in the earth's surface sometimes. The surface breaks, and due to this, magma comes out. When it comes out, it's called lava. It gets gradually and changes into the basalt rock. The rest of the magma that doesn't seep out stays inside the earth. The leftover magma inside changes into granite, a type of igneous rock. You may have seen statues made of granite because it's so strong. The second one is sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock, they form when the sediment compresses. Sediment is comprised of tiny rocks, plants, and dead animals in the sea and stay in the seabed. Over millions of the years, more and more sediments build up and compacts, and that compacted sediment eventually becomes sedimentary rocks. The examples are sandstone and limestone. The third one is metamorphic rocks. These are the changed forms of igneous and sedimentary rock. They are formed by the great heat pressure. They're generally found inside the Earth's crust where there's enough heat and pressure to the form of rocks. For example, slate changed from day and marble changed from limestone.
And now I will explain the rock cycle. The rock cycle is a series of processes that create and transform the types of rocks in Earth crust. There are three main types of rocks: sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from pieces of other existing rock or organic material. Metamorphic rocks are rocks that have been changed from their original form by immense or heat or pressure. Igneous rocks derive from the Latin word fire are formed when molten hot materials cools and solidifies. And as you can see from this graphic, sediments compact underwater or layers of organic matter to create sedimentary rock. As they go deeper in the ground, the heat and pressure turn them to metamorphic rock. If they are pushed deeper, they can become magma. Cold magma through volcanic eruptions become igneous rock. Weathering of igneous in other rocks starts the cycle again by creating sediment. And we have two classifications of igneous rocks based on their textures. First is intrusive or plutonic rocks that form slowly. Cold magma have time to form large mineral crystal that is visible without the aid of magnifying lens. The second one is extrusive or volcanic rocks. It is formed rapidly. Cold magma usually exhibit apathetic. Rocks cannot be distinguished without the use of a magnifying lens. And there are two types of sedimentary rock. First is clastic sedimentary rock. The second one is chemical sedimentary rock. Clastic rock and non-clastic sedimentary rocks are the only members of the rock family that contain fossils as well as indicators of the climate. Chemical rocks made from the precipitation of water. This is broken down into two categories, the crystalline and organic. And lastly, we have two classifications of metamorphic rocks. First is fluted metamorphic rocks. It is exhibit layers or stripes caused by the elongation and alignment of minerals in the rock as it undergoes metamorphism. The second one is non-fluted metamorphic rocks. It is not contain minerals that align during metamorphism and do not appear layered.